Donncha, opening match in the Six Nations, and you're after spend a couple of weeks together, a week together, 2 weeks together?
Yeah, 2 weeks together now in Limerick. It's been good, camp has been enjoyable. It always helps when you've a week off from a game to cement all the moves together, and there's nothing really different from what we're doing with our provinces. It's just different names and different spins on things.
This week we were expecting you up in Dublin. That was the original plan. Was it the weather that changed that you stayed down here in Limerick, or just fond of Limerick?
I think John Hayes made the call and everyone was afraid to tell him anything else, so as soon as Hayes said he wanted to stay in Limerick, everyone went.
So on that basis we can expect to see one of the Six Nations game in Thomond Park rather than Croke Park?
It could be actually out in Capamore, I think. They're moving up there for it's whatever Hayes wants.
Donncha, always the French are always the ones that probably the toughest opening game, but a bit of history there and maybe a bit of payback.
Yeah, definitely. I think the last time we played them in Croke Park, everyone remember that game, them scoring off the last play of the game. It was a year we could have, if we'd won that game we would have won a Grand Slam, so it's usually disappointing to get them at home. I probably think having them first probably isn't a bad idea. The French probably, like ourselves, will get better as it goes on, but to get them maybe week one would probably be the best opportunity for us, and then to have them at home as well with the home support would be great.
Their coach, Lee Vermont, is getting some criticism for the side he's picking and all that. But you've played against the French teams in the Heineken Cup, and nothing easy there.
Yeah, exactly. They have quality throughout. They could pick from a number of squad players. The French are, they're always quite tough on coaching staff and stuff like that. But we can only play what's in front of us really, and hopefully we'll go well Saturday.
Is it any bigger help to you playing in or training here in Limerick and Newell, where you're used to training in Munster? Does it matter?
Yeah, it definitely is. It doesn't so much feel like camp, when you know of all the places you're staying, the people around the place. It's like being at home really, and it's something new, a bit of freshness around the squad. A few of the lads are able to get home a few evenings and stuff like that. It's important for these family guys with kids now, like Quinny. Well,
speaking of Quinny, obviously not in the starting 15, and I'm sure there'll be disappointment there, but still there is a certain if you like normality about the side that's been picked.
Yeah, you'd be usually disappointed. You'd be disappointed for the likes of Earlsey out through injury, Quinny, Mick O'Driscoll. These are guys that are constant professionals, always putting it in week in, week out, and of course we want to try to get as many Munster boys in the squad as possible, and you'd feel for them, but the responsibility is on you now. You've the shirt for this week and go out and put in a big performance.
And in terms of, Paul mentioned today in the paper, is that there's a certain ease about being together as a squad, whereas you're in one place rather than like a Munster. You got to travel to Cork and Limerick. Is that a factor as well?
Yeah, it would. When you're all around each other, you start to have a bit more fun around the team room. You get to know guys better, and that kind of helps you gel as a team with a few nights out, a few team bonding things, and hopefully it'll show on Saturday.
John, at Croke Park, the last time we've been down here, there was a huge atmosphere for the last game against Sale. What's the atmosphere like for you lads in Croke Park?
Yeah, Croke Park is a special place to play. I suppose Cork people, we'd be used to going to Croke Park week in, week out, during the summers. Most counties wouldn't go there an awful lot, but because of our great hurlers and our footballers, we're well used to Croke Park as Cork people, and just the amount of things that we do in Cork, better than everyone else.
So
Cork are great.
Yeah, you'll be relying a lot now on the Camogie and the women's team to get you to Croke Park nowadays, seeing as how the hurlers don't appear that they actually want to play anymore.
No, we won't get caught into that. You can ask the Moss about it.
Well, listen, going into this game, what goals do you set goals for individual games or for the competition? What would represent a good competition for Ireland?
Yeah, I suppose the best way to take it for us really, and it's kind of a bit of Decky's mentality wearing off in the team, is to take every game as it comes. So we'll really focus on France. Of course you want to win your home games, and to be fair, people would say we probably have the toughest two home games with France and England, so it's all about getting a massive start. It's all about putting in a big game Saturday, and hopefully it'll go well for us.
Donncha, is there much difference been around Limerick in as you are this week, unusually in the week of an international, say, to the week of a Heineken Cup?
No, I suppose it's pretty much the same. There's always a bit of a buzz around Limerick when rugby lads are around anyway, so you've people are delighted to see the Irish team down here. coming up, getting to see people like Brian O'Driscoll, Shane Horgan, guys they would normally see week in, week out, and for the younger people around UL, being able to get their autographs, get photos from it, the lads have been quite willing with their time, and that's the thing about supporters in Limerick. They know their sport, they know all the guys that are playing, making big fuss, the likes of Jordan Murphy, stuff like that, and they're just delighted to see him around here.